Alrighty, everybody. Hello and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. We're here once again to do the shit we've been doing. Which is basically just trying to survive. We're attacking Brazil. Because Brazil decided they wanted to go sign up with the French and then instantly regret signing up with the French. But hey, they're going to be fighting against us with basically ships that I built. A lot of those ships I built because those bastards decided to leave me in the middle of the French War. Those fucking assholes. So we are going to banish them from the remainder of Colombia, is it? Or are we fighting over? Yeah, we're fighting over northern Colombia. We are banishing them from there. Because fuck Brazil. They ditched me in my hour of need. So, yeah. And after all we sacrificed to help keep them in the war, they decided to say, fuck it. We're gonna leave. So yeah, fuck them, fuck those, fucking Brazilians. Yeah. Words. And we'll get officially started here right now. Alright. This will be an interesting battle. Because they do have one of our modern Gimpy class battleships. I may also just go on the conquest of fucking Brazil. Just to, A, secure the territory, and B, fuck the Brazil for ditching me in the middle of a war. Like, look at this, the weirdness of these ships. They have a couple of ships from the French. You two. I meant to have. Oh no! Don't tell me that. Oh, fucking all the. I hate it when this happens. Alright, all the battleships into this line here. And you go into that line there. They've spotted us with their destroyers, which isn't great. Destroyers. What the fuck is that destroyer doing? Jesus Christ! What the fuck are the Brazilians up to? Jesus Christ, that captain's on fucking drugs. Oh shit, the New England just suffered a magazine freeze. Withdraw. That fucking destroyer, man. It literally just drove right into our line. And it's still, they're still sending destroyers into our fucking formation. Guys, that light cruiser, I don't like that. It's getting close. Alright, we protected the New England from another, from being torpedoed. As she attempts to withdraw. What the fuck is up with these fucking Brazilian destroyers? Alright, battleships. I need you focusing fire on those heavy cruisers. I need you guys to reorganize. You guys that target, you guys that target. These are all proper destroyers, too. Torpedoes incoming. God damn it, Florida. Oh shit, more. Alright, I'm gonna have you guys screen the New England. Keep her protected. Ah shit, more light cruisers. Hello, Birch, and yes, Bodie McBoatface still lives. Surprisingly enough, Bodie McBoatface still lives. Shit, those are more torpedoes. Bodie McBoatface, look out! Okay, he dodged them. Good. He's still alive. Oh, that's more torpedoes. Missouri, look out. Missouri, don't turn into a torpedo, please. Alright, have we chased off these destroyers? Surprisingly, these things are still maneuverable even after having their engines blown out and being flooded with water. Florida is not having a good time. And it's about to get worse. Shit. That's a lot of torpedoes inbound. Missouri, look out. Alright, that's a Dutch torpedo. Well, we gotta rebuild the Navy afterwards anyway, so feel free to save them for when the Navy is being rebuilt after this battle. Alright, Florida, you're being sent to go with the New England. Georgia, you're in command now. Really need to take out what's left of these light cruisers. Shit, torpedo inbound. Amsterdam, look out. Amsterdam is not long for this world. Finish off that light cruiser, gentlemen. How is that light cruiser still floating? Alright, Georgia, join the retreating forces. Ah, shit, we lost to Georgia. Got to turn. There's the rest of my squadron. Not doing great. Light cruisers are over there. Oh shit, they're engaging the battleship. Damn it, we lost to Florida. New England, you're out of ammo. Brooklyn and Salt Lake City are not in great positions either. Missouri is getting pounded. Oh, you still have torpedoes. Don't let that ship stay afloat. Bring those guns around. Secondaries can finish that. Oh shit, Missouri, you are not in good shape. Go join the... You go join the retreating force. Damn it, we lost the Missouri. Basically. Yep, she's a bit dead in the water. Still can't fucking hit it. But she's a bit dead in the water. Come on, guys. Just one hit. Okay, one hit from a gun that can actually do damage. Never mind. She is very much not dead in the water. She was playing dead. The Jackson is not in great shape. And a lot of the other boats aren't much either. Smoke up. Get some distance. Alright, well you need to go this way, New England. You can't go that way. That way isn't safe, either. It's better if you go that way. Good luck, New England. Oh damn, they got a hole straight through the, Jesus. No wonder your engine efficiency is so fucked. You gotta try to get out of here. Oh no. Ships are starting to run low on fuel. They're gonna run us down. I mean, they've also run out of ammo on a lot of their main guns, so, yeah, we might have some level of a chance there in terms of that. Jackson's running low on fuel too. Fucking destroyer, get back here. You bitch. You're the only reason they're still able to see us. Everybody kill that batch. I don't know how it's still able to move like that. But, please try to kill it. It's literally running circles. Oh, that missed. Damn it, they got the New England. You're telling me at this range you guys can still miss with 3 11-inch shots? There we go. There's the hit we're looking for. Salt Lake City is not in good shape. Try to run, Salt Lake City. Try to run for your life. The only reason I'm not having the Bodie McOakface use his main guns on these heavy cruisers is because I'm gonna need these 11-inch shells that I have left for that battleship that they have. Oh, she's flooding bad now. This is going to be a costly battle, but I think we might be able to win it. The Salt Lake City is not having a fun time, though. She's very much on fire. There goes the Salem. Columbia is not going to be too far behind. Yep, there she goes. Our magazine just exploded. And she is taking on water. We have contained Brazil. You don't have any main gun ammo left. You guys don't have much either. Oh, we scored a couple of lucky hits. She is flooded. I'd like to get some fucking like this. It would make it a lot easier to hit them on my shitty heavy cruiser hulls I'm working with. The Mark IVs, a couple of friends. I don't know if my Mark IVs do it like that. I hope they do. Because those are very compact. It would make it a lot easier time of armoring my heavy cruisers with them. Oh, there's two of them there. Oh shit, she still has torpedoes. Quincy's been hit. Quincy, you gotta break off. This is why in the last campaign I ended up designing the Chep class. Now that I wasn't selling my big ships to them. Thank you. Did we get that other heavy cruiser? No, apparently he got away. This one definitely ain't getting away though. Ship I've been dreading. And it's fully operational too. Brooklyn, you got any torpedoes left? No. What about you, Bloxy? You have one torpedo left in the tube. Jackson, go join up with them. Bloxy, you're up. Damn it, we lost the Bodie McBoatface. He was a hero to us all. torpedo tube is on that side. Wrong turn. Fire the torpedo. Fire it. Fire it. Fucking fire it. God damn it. Alright, get out of there. All ships retreat. That's gonna be a problem. I mean, it's a good thing I have more forces on their way down there, but that ain't much. Who do I have available in the area? I don't think I really have anybody available in the area. Let's see. Who is in Eastern North America? The mid is in Southeast Asia. That's not great. The Delaware is in the North Atlantic. Alright, get down here. Best possible steam. Alright, Vicksburg, get to the battle. Basically rounding up every ship I have left available and trying to get them here as quick as possible. Whose status is normal? Because those are ships I can poach. Derek too. What are you doing all the way over there? You're supposed. No, they're a thing. Yeah. You're supposed to be over here. Get over here. Fleet. Alright, let's go by port. Okay, who's on their own? Because ones that are on their own are just somewhere where they're not supposed to be. I can borrow those. Why is the Oregon in Guam? They don't count as boats, so, and I can't command them like boats, so I do use them. Not like they've done much, if anything, to help. They're all pretty shit. More because I haven't thrown much tech into them. But, yeah. Kind of shit. Mark II 18s, that's not something I care about. Try to get small guns. I'd like to get the Mark IV 8-inch. Because that should help us out a bit. Quality control would also be nice to have. Modern armor is almost developed. Yeah, you can name subs. Let's see. Port. Djibouti. Portsmouth. These are all ships I thought were missing in action, but turns out they were just hanging out at random ports. As usual. Let's see, we have the Gimpy over here in fucking Japan. Get over here at best possible speed. Hong Kong. No, everybody. Alright. Fucking, I hate how I have to keep clicking this every time. Alright, let's see. You're on your own. Tulsa. Get the fuck over here. I will do that in just a moment. Fucking Port Seattle. Yeah, you're on your own because your squadron went out to go and harass Canada. So you go join up with them. I'm not gonna poach you. Let's see. You're in Saigon. Why is the West Virginia in Saigon? Get over here. Let's see. Fleet. Port. San Francisco. Don't know why you're there, but get over here. Fleet. Kansas. Fucking Avengers assembling the fucking remains of the Navy. You guys are all repairing. You are on your own over here in Cambodia. Why is the Kentucky over in Cambodia? Ugh. Fucking getting these ships all organized. Oh, I'm surprised the Cyber is still alive. I thought it died. Stop hanging around in these islands and get over here. Build ocean-going submarine 3. You can hang out in Boston. SS-97 is now down under. And we are running out of money. We are very, very quickly running out of money. Winston Cunningham has been relieved from duty and has been replaced by Winston Beckhouse. Who's in charge of Britain now? Hooray! The war for Northern Colombia is over. We did it! More territory for us. I'm gonna have to take so much of this from fucking Brazil. Fuck Brazil. Anyway. It's time to refit. Because the whole Navy is just not having a fun time. First up on the docket, light cruisers. The Birch class. We're gonna need to cut back on some of these guns. They're funny, but not all of these are actually all that useful. Can we upgrade to diesel engines? We can upgrade to diesel engines. And oil too. Completely removes the need for boilers. Can we finally go to the fabled 22 knots? 24 knots. 22 knots it is. Do I wait for modern armor? I don't think it's gonna really matter all that much anyway. Oh yeah, we're also getting rid of underwater torpedo launchers. There might be a small problem here. Just trying to fit torpedo. Alright, yeah, we're just gonna... That's not what I want to click. We're just gonna move that back. Saves a little bit of weight. What are these? 3-inch guns? Yeah, they're 3-inch guns. We now have radar, which is a godsend. Sonar. You know what? We can use this to increase our armor. It ain't much, but it's still something. Where do I still have 2-inch guns? Oh. Yeah, let's just get rid of those. Let's just get rid of the 2-inch gun caliber in general. Where do I still have a 2-inch gun? Because I still have some 2-inch gun casemates. Where the fuck are they? Oh well. Already have the best armor piercing. If I reduce your range a little bit, can we push 24 knots? Nope, 22. Can't up your range either. I mean, your range is already upped because the engine is just that much better, but still. Auxiliary engine? Might as well. Ugh. The Birch class is once again reborn with some changes. Now with radar. Do I wait for you know what? I'm gonna wait for modern armor. I'm gonna wait for modern armor. That's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna wait for modern armor. We're not gonna jump all in on a fucking refitting yet. Oh, we got better quality control. Hopefully we can get those Mark 4 8-inch guns. Oh, I think our Mark 5 8-inch guns are when they get the more square cap. Not entirely sure. 3 more months on developing our armor quality. What do we get at this? Marine Diesel Engine 2. Divert that to Marine Diesel engines, and let's just see if we can get these ships to go actually fast. Sure. We are about to be broke. Let's drop crew training. Actually, we need a lot of crew to replace all the ships we lost, so let's just slow down on the rate at which we're building new transports. Hey, at the very least, we got Northern Colombia. So we have more oil, which means more money. More money is more oil. Alright, we have the Mark II 18, which we're not going to use. Mine Detector 5. Sweden would like to order a Maverick class battleship. I guess we're attacking southern Egypt. Congratulations, you guys are now the force that's going to be hanging out there. The Derek 2 will join you. I will divert the Portsmouth to go and reach you guys. And these 3 boys can make their way over too. Hey, you can just write it down then and send it to me on fucking Discord or something. Or chat. Do it in chat. Gives me more engagement shit. Cheers, Shippington the Second. Sail her, I barely know her, and the nautical. Alright, do you have any specific classes you wanted those on? God damn it. Canada just signed an agreement with the fucking UK, which means I'm not getting Alaska back anytime soon. God fucking damn it, Canada. Fuck you. And that should be something enough. Alright, you get back to work on spending money on more transports. Alright, you divert that to rangefinders. Oh, armor weight's been decreased. Sure thing, Portugal. Alright, so we're gonna wait for these Marine Diesel 2 engines to be finished. And then we'll start going through the refitting. Come on, guys, sail over there a bit faster, please. As for you guys, well, the harbor in New York is a bit empty after the loss of so many ships. So you guys can go hang out in New York. As for research, 2 more months, and then we'll have the research for the new shit done. Oh boy, our technology is very advanced, but boy, are we fucking broke. Alright, you have a nice night, Birch. Enjoy your nappies. sonar systems. Yeah, sure, whatever. Divert these over to here. Research. Next turn is our new marine engines. Yeah. Still working on rebuilding all the fucking troop transports that got sunk, so that way then we can actually have a goddamn economy again. Because our economy is shot to hell. GDP growth is down. Fucking... The economy is shrinking, for the most part. We never were blockaded, but damn, we basically were. Like, the French were torpedoing us on the high seas everywhere. There was not much I could do about it. I'm not even sure if I should build, like, torpedo boats at this point. Like, they... torpedo boats are nice. They do a job. Unfortunately, that job is dying. Repeatedly. In close quarters combat. I don't know if using them at this point is really all that worth it. Like, they're okay scouts. They suck. But they're okay scouts. And if I make them fast enough, which hopefully this next refit will allow me to make them fast enough, they will be pretty decent. Let's see. Ship design. Alright, now we're gonna go in and actually start fucking around with the ships. Because the new armor and the newer engine should hopefully allow us to push the speed of these up further. We'll leave them as 21-inch torpedoes, but we are going to still remove the underwater torpedo launchers. And these. Cut off some of the weight. Upgrade to modern armor. Upgrade to oil 2. Upgrade to diesel 2. Upgrade to engine 4. Upgrade to 24 knots. Can we? No. 22 knots. It's a speed increase at the very least. Upgrade to turtleback. Engine 4. 2 powder. Standard torpedoes. Gen 2 radar. Sonar 3. Depth charges. Already at 4. Electrical hydro turrets. Auto reload. 2 powder 2. Increase that main belt. All right. What can we save on? Guess I can cut back on the range a little bit now that the increase the superstructure armor a bit, so then it can take a little bit more of a beating. I'd like to increase the length on the guns. Honestly, the 3s only need to be 10%. They don't need to be that long. Need them to be able to fire a bit faster. What's the advantage of a 21-inch torpedo compared to a 20-inch torpedo? It's got longer range. That's about it. I guess we'll keep an auxiliary 3 engine. We're going to increase the barbette and the top armor a little bit. So that way then these things don't blow up. Legit don't know why she's so front heavy. I think that's as far back as I can put the tower too, so unless I put it down in here, but then that would block the ability to use these turrets. Alright. I think that's what we're gonna have to go with here. 22 knots is the new base speed for at the very least our light cruisers. I'd like to get the rest of our ships up to 22 knots. Just so that way then we can move across the map just that slightly bit faster. But that's probably going to take a bit. Get rid of the old Birch class. We will touch the Gimpy and the Maverick and the other classes in a bit, but right now I'm just going to go through the ships that we've had since 1930 that fought the French War. The veterans of the French War need to be refitted first, and yeah, there's a lot of oh, there's no Rons left, so I can't even. That's annoying. There's no Rons left in the fleet, so I can't even run a refit. So I have to build 2 of them. Alright, you guys are gonna go hang out in Boston. Honestly, actually, cancel those. Suspend, scrap. Alright, since the Ron basically, on paper, no longer exists, like, none of them are built. So we're just gonna take this hull, copy it, and call it the Ron class. We'll probably call it the Ron 2 class, but none of these original ones exist anymore. They all died. They're all dead, so we're just gonna live with it, that they're all dead. They are dead to me, and they are dead to you. They all perished. The Ron 2 class. speed, 22 knots. Oh, right, now I remember why fucking copying a ship sucks, because it only gives you access to whatever that ship already had, and plus some of your other upgrades. So yeah, never mind. We're gonna go back to the other plan. We're gonna go back to the other plan. Fuck that. That's still stupid. That is still so stupid. Alright, go to Boston, I guess. Alright, back to refitting shit. Mid-class, there's still 5 of you around, so very least we can refit you guys. At the very least we can refit you guys. Remember the standard now is 22 knots. Oh, these guns can shoot at even less now. They're upgraded turret caps now. How far forward can I get this? Alright, that's a bit more farther forward. That at least gives me a little bit more aiming arc. Upgrade to 22 knots. Modern armor. I really need to upgrade to a better serial. Next gen radar, hydrophone 3. We're gonna remove all these smaller casemate guns. They're silly and goofy, but I ain't gonna keep them around, and I'm not gonna keep around the torpedo launchers either. I know that it's an iconic part of the mid-class, but the mid-class is, she's struggling. And she needs, all the help she can get. Oh, still another casemate. Get rid of that. Trying to decrease her fucking weight. Reduce her range. Damn it. Still not enough. I'm not getting rid of her torpedo blister, that's for sure. Knock the 5s down to 10%. Can we seriously not get this thing up to 22 knots? Are we gonna have to have the battleships still be at 20 knots? Ugh. Can I get rid of you? I can. It won't do much. Alright, how much do these weigh? These weigh 100 tons and only provide 6 capacity. I'm pretty sure this weighs more than just that combined. Yeah, that weighs more than that combined. So this funnel is still the better option compared with one of these. Alright. That gives that a little bit more of a firing arc. What I'll do is I'll replace these with quad barrels. That way then we're making up for some of the guns that we're losing. And that allows us to be at 20 knots. Just barely. It's not even counting for the other things I would like to have, but can't have. So yeah, 22 knots. Literally one single gun on each side to defend against smaller vessels. Would just swapping it out for 2 different turrets be better? I'm not sure. How much ammo do we get from just one of these? Let's see. Ammo weight 29 tons. Let's see. How much ammo do we get from just one of these? I love having to look through all the shit for this. Weight costs. I'd like to know how much ammo we get. 142 tons. This has ammo weight of 29 tons. Alright, so both of these have the same ammo weight, so what if I went with that and that? No. Alright, we're just gonna do what we were gonna do. Which is do that. I could also add in these for some really close defense. And then just drop their gun caliber. Really drop that gun caliber. Yeah, there ain't much we can do. Can't stick these on top of the turrets because this generation of turret cap doesn't have a space for those types of turrets. So yeah, this is the mid-classes refit. Still shitty firing arcs. Move the entire citadel forward a bit. Yep. The usual shit. And we're removing torpedo launchers because torpedo launchers are just, at least the underwater ones, are just not really serving much purpose at this point. They're nice, but they aren't serving much of a purpose at this point. So we can get rid of the old mid-class. We'll have to wait till the rod comes off the production line and gets refitted to the new standard before we can refit it again. Let's see, are there any David-class battleships left alive? I'm not sure. There might be, but I'm not sure. They were one of many casualties during the war. Oh no, they managed to live. Get them up to 22 knots. We're gonna get rid of that gun. And we're honestly gonna get rid of all that. We'll keep the 6-inch casemates, but we're definitely getting rid of all the 2-inch casemates. And the torpedo launcher, we're getting rid of those. Like, the David class has a very impressive broadside of torpedo launchers, but, yeah, we're not keeping those. In fact, now that we got rid of all that shit, we have more room for more of these, dual 2-inch guns. But I think we're gonna get rid of the 2-inch guns, actually. Some more casemates to get rid of. There we go. That cleans up a lot of the hull. We're upgrading to modern armor. Citadel 5. TNT 4. 2 powder. Gen 2 radar. Hydro. Auto reload. We already have increased shells. We're going to upgrade to capitalistic. We're going to use nose fuse. Upgrade to Hydro 3. So that way then they can see shit coming at them better. Upgrade the range for the 9-inch guns. Upgrade the range on the 6-inch. Get rid of the remaining 2-inch guns that are just everywhere. And now for secondaries. We're gonna go with the 5-inch in dual configuration. Never mind, they don't want to fit anywhere. Okay, 4-inch it is. I think the 4-inch caps might be able to fit. What do you mean? That should be more than enough room for that thing to function. Okay, no. Yeah, you could definitely squeeze it in there. You could definitely squeeze it. I don't know why it fits more on this side than this side, but I do need secondary armaments. 3 inches aren't gonna apparently fit either. Unless I do this. Which honestly is fine enough. I don't know why this one fits up here like this. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna install these. That gives us a little better protection at close range. These upgraded 3-inch guns, they'll provide a little bit better protection. We still have a lot of room for shit. Range is decent enough. Guess we'll upgrade the deck armor and the super. Why is the conning tower so armored? Why was it 11 inches? Six-inch fore and aft belt. Increase the deck armor. Increase the belt armor. I wonder, can we stick Torpedo 5 on here? No, we can't. Anti-flood 3, though, right? Yep, anti-flood 3. Auxiliary 4 engine? Nope. But she is a lot better armored now, and upgrade those turret caps a bit. They're a little light on the armor. Make them a little bit more durable to enemy attacks. I don't know why I still have a port weight offset. Yeah, we still have these 6-inch secondaries as well, just to function as an additional line of defense. They do weigh a bit, but honestly, they're fine for the most part. 1 inch of inner deck. Casemates can have a little extra armor. And that'll just about do it for the David class's brand new refit. Now with longer range 9-inch guns and radar. Ugh. Means we can discontinue that version. Again, I'd love to upgrade this thing, but if I copy it, it's just going to give me access to what that ship already had access to. And now I'm going to be right back at square one. So I'd rather, if I'm going to make a light cruiser that I'm going to be able to produce during a war, I'm very much going to want to go with a light cruiser hull that I can actually fuck around with. Alright, here we are with the cyber class. Oh, your rear turret cap doesn't want to fit anymore. That's fun. Upgrading all the way to diesel engines. We gotta push 22 knots, guys. And also have next generation radar and hydroplanes. And also make the guns longer. Also, all these gotta go. All these silly 2-inch guns gotta go. Alright, that's all the 2 inches gone. Alright, how much farther forward can we get you? I don't know why you're whining now. Oh, it's because you're over your fucking little line. Yeah, I can't move these anywhere else. How much? Alright, that gives it quite a bit more firing arc, so we're gonna have to live without that. Let's see. That pushes it up enough. Actually, go with this one. Go with this one. Because that pushes it up enough. But she's still too heavy. What the fuck is weighing her down? She's not even equipped with torpedoes. Even reducing her range doesn't do much. She just doesn't want to go 22. The rest of the battleships are going 22, so you're gonna have to settle down and accept that you're going 22. Okay. The all or nothing armor scheme at the very least helped push her over that line. Alright. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to get any of these gun upgrades. We'll up the armor a little bit on the turrets. Give the 5-inch some barbette armor protection. I haven't seen the 5 inches go off in terms of exploding, but just in case. And we only have one set of dual 5-inch guns to defend the ship with at close range, which is not ideal. I'd love to have better torpedo armor, but Cyber class is an awkward ship. Can I get anti-flood 3? No. Yeah, she's an awkward ship. There's only so much I can do. Let's increase the belt. Why is the conning tower 10 inches? 8 inches. Throw some of that weight into the superstructure. Yeah, we're running into the point where trying to balance these ships is fucking hard. Because it's a combination of the fact that these are just really small hulls. Like, these are absurdly small for what I'm trying to fit on them. Like, compared to what these weapons and shit are supposed to be on, these ships are fucking small. They are not the size that you'd want ships of this type to be wielding these weapons in this day and age. The only reason we're still doing this is because... Fuck. Yeah, we're gonna remove the casemates on the Blue Raptor class as well, because, again, it's a lot of guns. It's a lot of guns. Oh no, the 6 inches got weird turret caps now. They don't fit anymore. Like, they don't even, like, barely fit. Like, the only one that fits is the one that's up there. Alright, we're gonna have to rip all that out. We're basically gonna have to rip apart this entire boat. Bring it up to 22 knots. Anti-flood 3 is already installed. Appropriate to Citadel 4. Marker armor. TNT 4. 2 powder. Electrical hydro turrets. Auto turrets. Rip out the torpedoes. Sonar 3. We want to upgrade that belt armor and the superstructure a bit. Alright, so now her main armament is going to be 5-inch guns, because that's all she can fit. Honestly, probably should have switched over to 5-inch guns at some point for this thing. More because of the fact that it's kind of shit. Can I mount this Can I mount this up here? I can mount this up here. Giant fuck-off torpedo launcher, like 50 miles above the water. Yep, that'll work. We need a secondary tower. We're gonna go with the minimum rear tower. I'm gonna try to pull these back a bit. Install a small funnel. Small funnel. Dual funnel. And then for secondary guns, pair of 3-inchers. Upgrade the 5s to 10%. So then they have some decent range. I still have some 2-inch casemates. Oh, yeah, I do. Can I fit a 3-inch on here? Nope. Can I fit one here? Nope. Anyway, the ship is kind of rebalanced a bit. It's definitely not going to be doing too much damage. I might re-add the underwater torpedo launchers. Just to give it some additional bite. Upgrade to 23-inch torpedoes, so that way then they have increased range. And these underwater ones are basically just going to be for potentially close range defense. That's about all they're going to be there for. That's all they're going to really be able to do. Might as well make these things a little bit better armored. Auxiliary 4, shaft 3, might as well. Yeah, that's about as good as we're gonna make it. Yeah, it's had a major reduction in terms of the firepower that we've installed on it, but hopefully this new design works a little better than the old one. I was hoping that the turret caps would change into ones like the 5-inch. They didn't. They did not change into ones like the 5-inch. They changed into ones like the 7-inch. Which is annoying, which means we'll probably have to upgrade them to the Mark V in order to get turret caps like these for the 6 and 7s. Which is a little bit annoying. Which means we'll have to go down in firepower for a bit for some of our refits. Which is a minor annoyance. We are working on it, though. Slowly but surely, we'll get through all these ships that need refitting. Here we have the Pudding class, one of our oldest vessels. Well, not one of our oldest. It's actually a pretty recent design compared to some of the other ones, but yeah, get rid of that because that turret slot's gone. We're gonna get rid of these casemates here because their firing arcs aren't great. Do I have any in there? Nope. Any in the back one? Get rid of those. We're gonna upgrade to diesel 2 engines, upgrade to oil 2, and we're gonna push 22 knots. Upgrade to shaft 3, upgrade to modern armor, turtleback armor. Anti-flood 3 is already equipped. TNT 4, 2 powder, electrical hydro turrets, auto turrets. Your torpedoes are underwater, which is an issue. Upgrade you to sonar. Upgrade your armor. Increase the length on the 7s. Do I rip out the rest of the casemates? Probably. And the underwater torpedo launchers. The 2-inch point defense guns aren't bad. Do I want to remove the 4 turrets so that way then these two can just both work forward? I mean, technically this one's able to work forward alongside that one, so it's not like it's really that big of an issue. Where could I fit a fucking torpedo launcher? I guess I could fit one kind of in there. Can I fit one? Can I fit a torpedo launcher in here? Pair of two tube torpedo launchers. Way above the water line, but you know, it's got them. That'll at least allow it to punch a bit above its weight class. And yeah, I think that's about it for modifications we can really do. I mean, we can remove these, and that would allow this gun to fire more in the sideways direction. But at that point, we don't have any secondaries. Where could I fit? I wish I could put some guns up on here. Alright, what if we remove these? That gives that a bit more firing arc. And we'll revert these back to casemate guns, but we're going to replace them with 3-inch casemate guns. And we're going to mount them in these little side pods. How many of them can I fit? A few. It's not great, and it's not an ideal solution, but it is at least enough to cover the ship's flank from a smaller vessel attempting to assault it. Still not an ideal solution, but it's a solution. Punch up the armor a bit. Yeah, I think this is about as well as we're gonna get this. Yeah. Originally, we were going, we need more guns, more guns, more guns. But I think we've reached the point where more guns is not an answer. It's definitely a answer. It's not the answer, though. Like, for a while, it was ish. From probably in the 1920s, that was definitely the solution. More guns solved most of our problems. But now we're at the point where we kind of need to just build better quality ships that I can also produce in quantity. Another thing, the Alice class here is the only one of the ships of the line that can carry a 14-inch gun. Diesel engines, oil 2, 22 knots. We're overweight. Can fix that with the Citadel. Install radar. Hydro 3. Alright, what do we got for main guns? 15s are only Mark 3. The 14s are still probably our best bet. Like the Mark II 18 wouldn't be a bad choice either, but again, it's more down to just what we can actually field. I wonder. No. 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 Oh, anyway, like with the other classes, we're gonna cut out all of these fucking casemates. And like with the other classes, we're gonna rip out her underwater torpedo tubes. Alright, so... I can add that. Which gives us access to these quad 8-inch guns. Which are definitely quite nice. Alright, the conning tower doesn't need to be 12 inches. Pump that down to 10. Upgrade the superstructure armor. Honestly, we can take a hit to the range as well. Right, 10.5 inches should be enough for your barbette. Where do I have 4-inch guns? Oh, there's still some casemates. Alright, have we removed all the casemates now? Yes, we have. Alright, so we have cut back on the weight by quite a bit. We now have these Mark III quad 8-inch. See, look, the battleships get them in this configuration. I wish the fucking cruisers did as well. Would the 6 inches fit up here? No. What about the 5s? No. 4s? No. only the 3s fit up here. Even then in very small configurations. How far forward can you get this turret? That's as far forward as it goes? Okay. Actually, we will move this forward a bit, so then it has a better sideway, better firing arc, along with you. Okay, never mind, that's as far forward as you want to go. Alright, I like electrical hydro and auto reloading, but semi-auto reloading is good enough for me. She has been downgraded a little bit in terms of her defense because these quad 8-inch are definitely going to be a bit overkill in terms of secondary firepower. These quad 5s should be more than enough to deal with any major threat. Alright, so I can get it up to 9%. As big as I can get those. Do I put in any casemate 5s? Just to act as some additional firing arc coverage of the blind spot for the secondaries. Alright, those 3 should be enough to provide some protection in this area where the guns have a bit of a blind spot. Also helps to balance the weight a bit. Up the armor a bit because we do need to make these things a lot more tanky. They do need to be able to take far more hits. Alright. There's the Alice class refit designed. And of course, a lot of these refits aren't going to happen until I can get the economy settled down, because the economy is still pretty fucked. Like, during the war, we could field... At the start of the war, we could field our fleet for days, months on end, weeks on end. We could build more ships. We could build ships for other people. But as the war dragged on to the end of the decade, basically all of the transports we had were destroyed. There were still a few of them left, mind you, but they were all basically destroyed. It wasn't much. Wasn't much left. Maybe the 8-inch will finally be upgradable. Oh, none of the Cunicos survived the war. Oh boy, more ships I have to build before I can refit them. Yay! Alright, get a couple of Cunicos built. Put them in Boston with the other 2. Alright, where were we? Let's see, we were onto the Delta. I think we still have a few Deltas left in service. They're one of the few heavy cruisers that managed to survive to the end of the war. gonna try and push you over here because nothing wants to fucking go over there. Oh, that'll go over there. Alright, congratulations, 22 knots. These are Mark IIIs. Reinforced Bulkhead 2. Upgrade you to Citadel 5. Modern Armor. TNT 4. 2 Powder. Auto Reload. Also, increased shell capacity. Gen 2 Radar. Hydro 3. Depth Charges 1. Can I just put this in the middle? I can just put that in the middle. Well, that solves some of my weight problems. Just stick those in the middle. I guess I can get rid of these. Damn, our engine efficiency is in the shitter. What if I put those back, get rid of this one, and brought back this? Alright, we're still pretty bad off for engine efficiency. Mildly better engine efficiency than that. Of course, it doesn't want to go anywhere near this. This area is just cursed for some reason. Nothing likes to go there. I guess that'll have to do. It's weird, but it works if it works. This ship has gotten weird. She's got more ammo, though, at the very least. I'd like to upgrade the capitalistic shells. I'd love to punch up her armor, but I ain't got much room to punch up her armor. Okay, that's as much of extra length as I can give those 8-inch guns. Yeah, the designs of these ships are evolving. Whether it's for the better, probably we'll never know. They just evolve. Each generation comes with a new way to look at the boat. Like how with the Cunico class here, it used to have 2 9-inch guns, and now it just has 1 9-inch gun and a 7.9-inch gun on the front. Because fuck logic. Here's the Ling class, equipped with 6-inch guns. So when we poke this, all those guns on top of the 6-inch guns, yeah, they're gonna explode. They're gonna not like what we're doing. In fact, the 6 inches themselves don't like what we're doing. pull this back. That allows that gun to continue to function. That gun can still function. Upgrade the length on those. Casemate guns are gonna go. Do I keep the underwater torpedo launchers on you? Because you kind of do need them, kind of. I don't think there's much other place I could put them. I mean, I also need to bump you up to 22 knots, so yeah, that's another thing that needs to happen. Auxiliary engine. We're not going to bother with shaft. Citadel 4. T4, 2 powder. Increase her deck. Increase her superstructure. Increase the barbette so that way then her magazine doesn't blow. Alright, let's see. Torpedo launchers. If I was to try and add one, where would it even fit? Could I? No, I can't mount it on the barbette. That's darn. Be funny if I could, but no, I can't. Alright, so we have these 2.4-inch guns to act as defense. I might swap them out for 3s, but might be better just to leave them as the 2.4s. Upgrade them to 2.5-inch guns. Already have the best depth charges. I guess since these are underwater torpedo launchers, might as well just increase their size. They're not gonna do much. They get rid of the one in the front. Okay, that instantly makes the front. Alright, does the front weigh more or less? Okay, I'd rather have the aft weight offset than the forward weight offset. Now, that's only 2 launchers. Yeah. Do I want the 3rd launcher? I guess I want the 3rd launcher. I'll take the 3rd launcher for now. It's definitely not going to help much. And I'm sure that a lot of our spotting problems come from the fact that some of our ships are like this. Where it's a fucking oil tanker with guns strapped to it. I'd pull this back farther if I could. So that way then I could replace this with our 6-inch gun instead. Which I might actually do. I'm not sure I get enough length to actually fit in our 6-inch though. That's the thing. These caps are a little weird. So I think we'll just leave it for now. But yeah, this shit's getting cursed. Accuracy penalty modifiers. Weather, daytime, wind, waves. I don't know what half of this means. Base accuracy is plus 40. So, yeah. At the very least, our ships will go faster. That's the one thing we can at least count on. The ships will go faster and they will run on time. That's all they'll do. run faster, and they will run on time. Sniffham's class. Now, these are the few ships that can go faster than 20 knots in the fleet. I'd like to make them go faster because we... Oh, yeah, they all blew up, so I can't refit them. Is that the... Yeah, that's the last of the ships I can refit from the initial lineup. The Gimpy and the Maverick do need refitting, though. Because the new tech that's come out, they need refits. And they also need to be upgraded to the new standard of 22 knots. If I hadn't have upgraded to 22 knots as my new standard, these guys would not have required such an upgrade, but upgrades shall be had. I would like reinforced bulkheads. Next generation radar, hydrophones. Just like with the others, purge all of the casemates. Can we get rid of that? No, we can't get rid of that. Unfortunate. Can I put one of these here? I can put one of those there. Alright, well, that... We may have lost a lot of guns, but we did increase the number of secondaries we got, so... upgrade that to 10 to 9 inches of armor. Upgrade the length on the 12s. Downgrade the length on the 5s. I'd like anti-flood 3. Because this thing has a very thin torpedo blister. So she can take a few hits from torpedoes, but she's not going to be able to take a lot of them. Nope. Okay. 12% is as good as we're getting on that. Semi-reload? Nope. Already have electrical turrets. Oh shit, we didn't even upgrade her to fucking 22 knots. Damn it. I knew it was too good to be true. Where do we have to save weight? Where? I guess I could downgrade her to a Gen 1 radar, but that's not exactly something I want to do. She already has like 0 range. Fucking hell. Capitalistic. Fuck. Where do we go? What do we do? Where do we save on the weight? Yeah, I'm definitely not cutting back on the barbettes. Damn, like none of the none of the things I remove is gonna really help out here, is it? Kinda need electro steering. There's not really much I can sacrifice here. Like, I've already cut out all the casemates. I guess I could downgrade the 5s to dual configuration rather than a triple configuration. But even then, that's not saving much weight. How many shells do we have? Not much, and definitely not enough to affect our weight enough for that. Where do we cut the weight? Like, where? Where do we fucking cut the weight? I guess downgrading those back to 8%, but even then that doesn't... There's just... How much do these guns weigh on their own? In total, 100 for one of these. So that's still not enough. Where do I get the weight from that? They're 12-inch guns. Like, I don't want to downgrade the Gimpy's gun complement. It's one of our problems here. Alright, how much armor penetration capability does the 11 have, and how much does it compare to the 12? Right. We'd be losing about 1-ish inches of armor penetration. Alright, we're gonna redesign the Gimpy class around the 11-inch gun. This is stupid. I mean, if I really wanted to... maybe I could do the 12s, but just switch them to dual configuration for the time being. Yeah. 12s with dual configuration would probably be better. Yeah, there we go. That solves problems. And I can add in the anti-flood, the reinforced bulkheads that I wanted. I guess we're gonna have to live without those. Can't really put those anywhere useful. We definitely can't upgrade the torpedo blister. We can upgrade the superstructure a bit. And the armor on the turrets a little bit. I think that's as good as we're gonna get the Gimpy class here. Yeah. We're not gonna get that reload I would have liked, but at the very least we can get the anti-flood shit, so that way then the Gimpy class is less susceptible to torpedo damage, because a lot of the Gimpy classes that we have definitely died to flooding damage. Because I had downgraded that in order to fit the triple 12-inch configuration. Which, well, is okay, is not exactly great. Here we have the Maverick class, basically the David class, but with... it's taller, and has slightly different configuration of weaponry. But it is, for all intents and purposes, the same boat. So this shouldn't be too hard to bump up to 22 knots like the David class version. Especially once we go through and rip out all of these secondaries. All of them. Every last one of them. Don't need them. They're just heavy pieces of shit. Oh, more there. Those. Upgrade to modern armor. Citadel 5. MT3. 2 powder 2. Radar jet 2. Hydro 3. Auto reload would be nice, but we can't afford that. Anti-flood 3. You already have a pretty decent torpedo protection. Bumping it up any further is not really feasible. Can we go for semi-auto? Nope. What if we made you a little bit more unique and upgraded you to fucking triple configuration? Not sure how well that would work. I know I want the 9-inch guns to be better protected. We're gonna remove these 2-inch guns as well. So let's see, you're fielding the 9-inch gun. Center line, 9-inch. Quad configuration. Alright, so it's a little heavy. Just a little bit. But, would probably help a bit. Don't know what I'd have to cut back on, though. Sadly, it won't increase the ammo by much. What if I put it more in the middle? Yeah, that gives it a little bit better of a firing arc. Can I upgrade it to the 3-barrel configuration? No, still too heavy. But hey, like, I can put it here and it's got a better firing arc than it did before. Which is at least something. You don't have any torpedo launchers because those got removed in an earlier version. Alright, these just don't want to go there because they don't want to be friends with the fucking 9-inch, I guess. Because I'll put a pair of quad 2-inch there. And they can provide some additional fire support. Nah, never mind. I'd rather have the 9s have a clearer firing arc. We'll just keep the 6s. The 6s should be decent at defending the ship. It won't be great, and it's not ideal. It's also not the worst. I mean, I can position some 3 inches on the battlements. Yeah, that'll work. 6 inches for longer light targets, and the 3s for closer light targets. Downgrade the 6 to 10. Let's see. Armor looks okay-ish. I gave you an auxiliary 4 engine? Nope. Let's see, if I drop down your range even more, that does free up a little bit more. That'll allow me to field the 3. Nope. Can't fit any of these either. Apparently I can fit these. I don't know where. Up here, apparently. Yeah, these older hulls do not understand shit. Alright, you go back to being a decent range vessel. I feel like we were able to get away with a lot more on the David class than we were on the Maverick class here. I don't know why. Maverick class and the David class should be, for all intents purposes, basically the same ship. But I guess because the David class had those torpedo launchers, like, it was easier to... there was a lot more that felt like we were doing shit. And then we need to refit the Felix class. Because this is what this is what peak Cunico cruiser looks like. we made it cursed. This was the only way I could get 2 8-inch guns functional on it. Yeah, we'll remove that and install a better phone. There we go. You're already capitalistic. This ship looks worse than it did 5 seconds ago. I mean, it's already a derpy ass design, but I didn't think it could get worse. Anyway, we're gonna downgrade the depth charges because these things really aren't meant for anti-submarine warfare. Alright, yeah, Citadel 5. That would help decrease the weight a little bit. And we'll have to drop the range, which saves me some more tonnage. Can we fit torpedo launchers up here next to the, Nope. They are too big. Can we fit them back here? Wait. Wouldn't be much use. Would not be much use. It'd be there. It wouldn't do much. Can I fit one on the back? No. No. Increase the length on the 8s. 16, so then they can hopefully engage targets a little bit more effectively. Probably should have gone for enhanced reloading, but yeah, I'm not a bright person when it comes down to that. It's got a torpedo belt 4 for a reason. You know what, we can drop it. Nah, that's not going to be enough to get semi-auto. Go back to decent range. There's the Felix class's refit. Complement 670 crew. Yeah, the ships aren't requiring as much crew as they originally did to operate effectively. Because now we have a lot less guns on the boats. And both the Vanguard and the Sniffles class are going to need to be put into production as well, so that way then I can refit them. Whether or not we're actually going to use them is another question entirely. Ship design, the fucking Sniffums, torpedo boats, 2 of them. Put them in Boston. Money is very much not something we have on the table at the moment. We're gonna run the next turn more just so that way then I can get, I can see how bad our economy is. Because our economy is still not doing too good. That's money I don't have. Ugh, fuck, I'm at war with Italy. Great. Fantastic. Just what I wanted. How big is the Italian Navy? 140 ships. Yeah, Italy just fucked over our run. There's nothing I can do about that. Like, our finances are already hitting, like, rock bottom. And Italy declaring war on us is the worst situation. Like, the honest worst. Like, Italy went from being, like, Europe's punching bag to... How did Germany end up with only 21 ships and Britain with only 46? Those two annihilated each other. And now they're at war... They're at war with France again. Alright, at the very least, Italy's gonna end up in a war with France. And France has some ships. They have some ships. They have a small collection of vessels. I still need to refit my navy. I still need to build the new transports so that way then the economy doesn't fall apart. What I need to do at this, the only thing we're going to do is attempt a single battle, a single decisive battle against the Italian Navy. That's what we have to do. A single decisive battle where we sink enough tonnage that they agree to surrender. Because that's all we can do. That's all anybody can do in this situation. The Navy is still decimated from the fucking battles with the French. Like, this is not a functioning Navy. This is what's left. And what I wish was left. What the fuck? Fucking Korea's attacking my shit. And I can't dispatch these guys to go and handle it because they're still invading fucking Egypt. You guys are all packed up and tightly in New York. Congratulations. Italy's a pain in my ass now. Oh, they have so much random shit. You need to get over here and defend Algeria. I really needed to get these guys refitted. Alright, where's the... You guys, congratulations. You're gonna bother to take fucking this. If we take just this island alone, that should be more... Alright, I'm gonna have to go down here and deal with that island, actually. Hey, you bastards. I need you to come down here instead. Alright, naval invasion. Where can I invade? Etria and Sowerk. That's down here. Where the hell is Sowerk? Sarawak. Where the fuck is that? How do I have enough naval supremacy to invade it? I don't know. Hopefully these ships can get to the fleet over here safely. And hopefully them engaging with the French will help me out a bit. Alright, we're gonna drop the tech budget because I need transports desperately. We've done a lot of research. I need transports. Because transports are how the economy runs. And without transports, the economy don't run. So you know what I need? Transports to run the economy. Fuck. There goes some of my transports I just built. But hey, we got some money. We got some money before they went and blew them up. No, we're not invading Denmark. I ain't got time for Denmark. The situation here is not ideal. What is that? That is a single destroyer. How does it have 192 tonnage? How does that work? That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, these guys are already part of the way there. Oh, when did... Oh, Portugal lost northern Spain at some point. Oh, well, at the very least, they're going to probably take western Spain, so I guess that'll make up for it. Portugal has been my most loyal ally so far. Looking at you, Brazil. At the very least, the Italian Empire is a lot smaller. Anyway, what is this? Oh, yeah, that's Sarah. Anyway, we'll invade that because I want to prevent this naval invasion from being successful. From this invasion here that they're launching against me from being successful. Of course, it spawns on the one port that my troops aren't at. Fuck. Why would it? Shit. Fuck. I can't afford to lose this ship. Why are you slowed down to 15 knots? You need to go full speed. Why are you only locked to 15? Oh, you're locked to 15 because you're low on fuel. You're not in a squadron with other ships, so your ability to maintain fuel is not great. We're able to just barely run away. I have no idea what their destroyer is doing because it hasn't spotted us, but their heavy cruiser has. I need the Kansas alive. I can't afford to lose any more ships. It'd be funny if they ran out of ammo trying to shoot at us. We've fired a few shots of returning salvos in anger. But, yeah, there we go. Got away. Kansas managed to escape. Yeah. I'm not sure about auto-resolving this. Because I know how the game likes to go. But yeah, I'd like to go eat. It's late. We're in 1944. We're at war with Italy, which wasn't planned to be now. I was planning on refitting the Navy, but no, Italy decided to fucking go to... I should have paid attention more to what the fuck was going on with the political tensions. I should have kept Italy's hatred of us down. I didn't. That's on me. At the very least, France is at war with Italy now. So, we're not the only ones fighting Italy. Italy now has the largest navy in the world, by the way, because everybody else has been fighting each other and destroying their navies. So we're at a point here where Italy has become the major power in terms of naval power. Let that sink in for a moment, that Italy is now the major power in the world. Yeah, we're just gonna wrap things up here. I'm not gonna... There's a raid target. Hope you all enjoyed today's stream. Tomorrow will be the 12-hour stream. We'll start at 8:30 and at 8:30. 8:30 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. Make sure to check out the Discord. There's a vote going on for what games are gonna get played. Whatever top 4 games get the highest votes will be the ones that will get played. Each one getting 3 hours of playtime before switching to the next one. So make sure to vote for that. So that way then, if you have a game from my list that you've been wanting me to play more of, to stream again or something, there's options. But yeah, today has been quite the pain. First Brazil, then Italy. Anyway, don't forget to check out the YouTube channel. All the VODs get uploaded Friday through Monday, same time every week. Unless I forget about it. There will be probably a double upload on Monday because of the 12-hour stream VOD being a additional slot of shit. Or actually, I might just do it have it upload on the 30th. I don't know. I'll figure that out when I get there. But anyways, don't forget to check out the Blue Sky as well, and hope you enjoy the person I'm going to be sending you all off to go watch. Thank you to all that stuck around to the end of today's stream, and hopefully I will never have to deal with Brazil or Italy ever again. Hopefully. I doubt it. Especially considering the war I now find myself in. Basically, what we're gonna do, the plan, just take an island and hope that Italy sues for peace. Because if they sue for peace, then we can just get some money and we can go home. And we'll fight Italy later. Because this is just a pain. The ships were ready for refit. I was just waiting on the economy. And then Italy. Oh, Italy. She came in like a wrecking ball. Goodbye, everyone.